Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good turkey season so far. I was thinking that I was wanting to do a little video here. Maybe you're new to turkey hunting. This is your first year, or maybe you've hunted for a few seasons, but you just seem to be having trouble, getting that gobbler to actually come into you. So I just wanted to focus on actually calling to a gobbler and trying to get him to come into shotgun range. So what I want to focus on, first of all, let's just assume you're out there and you're trying to locate that gobbler, and say you've called to him and you hear one gobble. So usually what most people do is they'll if that gobbler, especially if the gobbler's farther away, they will cut some of the distance down, get set up, then try to call the turkey into them. So which that's fine. But what just a couple little pointers here I want to give you is, number one, when you're out there and you've called and you've located that gobbler, I think where a lot of people mess up, especially people new to turkey hunting, they call, they locate that turkey and say he's out there 300-400 yards. There's a lot of distance. I think what they do is they'll start to close that distance. Say they'll walk another 50-60 yards closer to the turkey, and they'll want to call to him again. So maybe they haven't heard him gobble while they've been walking up that way, but they'll call to him again. So they'll call, the turkey will gobble, and you'll do the same thing again. You'll close another 50 yards or so, and you'll call to him, and boom, he gobbles. But in my opinion, that's actually sending the turkey the wrong message. We got to remember, in nature, that hen will go to the gobbler. So when you're out there calling like that and you strike a turkey and then you start calling to him as you're getting closer to actually set up to try to call him in, it just sends him the wrong message. That gobbler's over there thinking, he hears you call that first time. Then he hears you call a little bit closer, and that just keeps happening. So, he is thinking, that hen is coming to him. So that's gonna hang him up. That's gonna make him not wanna come to you. So I think it's very important when you're out there and you strike that turkey. You might have to call back to him another time or two just to try to get a better idea of exactly where he's at. But once you've got a good idea where he's at, just go quiet. Close the distance, get set up, and then once you're set up, then start calling to him and actually try to call him into shotgun range. So I think that's one thing that's very important. But now, the second thing I think that people sometimes mess up is the way they start calling once they're set up. And say you've closed that distance, you're only now 150 yards or so out from that turkey, and you're actually trying to get him to come to you. So that's what you got to remember. Your goal here is to make him come looking for you. So I think where they mess up is they want to just continue the same style of calling. They just call them loud in those long 7 to 9 series yelps, cutting, just getting real excited. Again, even if you've closed that distance, you set up, I think too much excitement is still going to send him the same message, and he's just not going to want to come all the way in, or he's going to come in so far and hang up. So what I think, maybe when you first set up, you might could call the same way to him just for the original time or two. Maybe those longer series of yelping, even with a little cutting if you want, just trying to get that gobbler fired up. But after that, just get rid of the 7 to 9 series note yelps, the cutting. Just get rid of all the excited stuff. When you're trying to bring him to you, you want to go to those just soft little clucks. You can purr, little quiet purrs, and on your yelps, I would just go maybe 3 to 4 notes, really soft yelps. So just get rid of all that other stuff, and all this calling here is just going to be soft calling. I've got my mouth call here. Let me give you a little example of what I'm talking about here. We'll start out with just the little clucks I'm talking about, just a little something like this. little stuff like that. Because you got to remember too, you know, it's contentment calls. It's something that a hen naturally does, you know, while she's out feeding. You know, she's showing she feels comfortable, everything's okay over here. It's a little contentment calls. Do a little purr. Notice on how it's on the end of the purr there, I'll throw a little clucks on it. And then here's what I'm talking about with the softer, shorter series of yelps. Just like that. And if you've seen the video of the youth turkey hunt we posted back on Saturday, that's the exact kind of calling that brought that turkey in. So, you know, you can watch the video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. There's not a bunch of loud, which, I mean, it does kind of sound loud in the video where I'm holding the phone and calling. Probably sounds louder right now, as a matter of fact. But it's not real loud calling. It's really soft stuff. And a lot of times that's exactly what it takes, you know, to get that gobbler out there to come to you. Just because if you're calling loud and excited, you know, you're showing him that you're real interested, so he's going to expect you to come to him. But if you're doing it this way, I think he knows you're over there, and that's what you're doing. Just don't overcall as well. Just call enough to him just to let him know you're still there, and that just piques his interest, and that a lot of times that just pulls him right on in. Does it work every time? Of course not. I mean, we're talking about hunting. It's a wild animal. Nothing's going to work every time, but that is a very good way, and I think a lot of times that'll bring them turkeys right on into you. But just thought I'd share that with you, and I think if you really focus on that and try it out on your next turkey hunt, and you will really see some results. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to us here, and we'll see you next time.